So I'm going to show you how I brought together the graphics to make the Sharktini t-shirt. I got the graphics and all the fonts in the Holy Craft bundle from fontbundles.net. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we have a video about it, so check it out. I'm going to show you how to do it in Inkscape, but you could use this in any of the applications for any electronic cutting machine. So Cricut Design Space, Silhouette Studio, Brother Scan and Cut, or any other application. All the steps are pretty much the same. So the first thing we have to do is import our graphic. So I'm going to do File, Import. And I've already pointed to the Party Animal cartoons, and I want the drinking party animals in color. So there's all of them. But I only want the shark. So I am going to ungroup it, then select the stuff I don't want to keep. Then I'm going to select the shark and move him up and resize him proportionally. So there he is. I made some decisions when I was designing the t-shirt. Like I knew I was going to have a white t-shirt. So as you can see, he's made up of a bunch of different pieces. So let me just select the gray of his tummy. And I knew I wanted that to be white. So I just deleted that piece. His white teeth, it's going to be on a white shirt, so we didn't need that. I deleted those two parts. His eyes are white, so I removed those. And then he has a liquid in his glass. But you're not really going to see that on the shirt that well, so I deleted that too. Now, as you can see, the gray part of him is made up of a couple different pieces. If I move him around, you could see it better. I didn't want to mess with all that when cutting out with iron-on vinyl. So let me undo what I did, and I can go through and I can select all the gray. There's a little piece down here, don't forget. And then weld them together. In Inkscape, you do that by going to Path, Unison. Now it's one big piece. See? And if you move the black around, you can see his eyes aren't attached to his head. I'm cutting out of iron-on vinyl. I kind of want them to all be together. So I'm going to select the shark outline and select his eyes and pupil and do the same thing. I'm going to weld them together. So now they're one big piece. So I have three different pieces. I have the shark color, the shark outline, and the martini olive. So I'm just going to bring this back over here. And then I'm going to bring his skin and put it back on the skeleton. There. So now I know I have to cut out three things. There'll be 3 layers of iron on it. And then I wanted to put Sharktini on it. So I'm just going to create a text box. And as you can see, I'm using the Zooky Squash font from the font bundle. I made it a size of 72 points. We can always change that. So on my shirt, we did all capitals for shark. S-H-A-R-K. That R, I didn't really like it. It didn't stand out. Let's see what we can do with that a little bit later. I knew the teeny I wanted in lowercase letters. That looks cute, but there should be something on the end, I think. So let's look at the document that comes with the font bundle. If we look here, it shows you all the different swirls and stuff that come with the fonts. All the dingbats. Hey, I don't see a picture of Ken in here. And it shows you a map of what letter corresponds to what dingbats. So let's look through these some more. Oh, look, there's cool stuff up here. And more stuff. So here's the I used, and that's in the Zooky Squash right swash. And then the R was up here, Zooky Squash alternates. So let's go back to Inkscape. So if I select this R and come up here, we can say Zooky Squash alternates. There's the R I like. I really like that R a lot. And then if we come to the I over here, And we do the same thing. We can say Zooky Squash alternates, but we want right. There it is. There's my Sharktini. I love that Sharktini. So now I can move it around. If I select the shark and group it together and place this in the center. One thing I have to do in Inkscape that you don't normally have to do in other design programs is turn this font into a shape. So I come up here and say path, object to path, and stroke the path just to make sure I get everything. Then I can ungroup it. And now these are each individual pictures. It's not a font anymore. So I want it to cut all as one word. So I'm going to say path, unison. Now it's all one word, not separate individual letters. And all I have to do is save it as an SVG. That's how easy it is. You can do this with any of the other animals. Maybe you want an octobeer. The fonts in this font bundle are incredible and so useful too. If you haven't run over to fontbundles.net and gotten your Holy Craft bundle, what are you waiting for? And if you use our link, we get a small commission at no charge to you. And that makes you Sharktini-tastic. Ooh, I feel another shirt coming on.